Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for Memory Planning Monday. I am going to be doing a process video in this super chunky, cute Storyline Chapters album. Finally, it's been a couple months, I feel like, since I've done anything in here. So if you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. What's up everyone? Happy Memory Planning Monday. I am just deciding to take a break from filming December Daily just for this one video. I guess I'm feeling a little bit of a withdrawal from blurring, if you will. So I decided I'm going to jump in and just switch things up a little bit and do some memory planning back from the end of August going into our first week of September. And she's real thick because I had so many memories to fit in these 2 pages, and just throughout the summer when it's a much busier season, you can see how thick this is. And I will do a flip through of this when it's complete, but for now this is our week after family vacation, and you would think that we did nothing, but that's not the case, especially when you have a 6-year-old. She was 6 at the time. So you know, the Monday was pretty chill. As you can see, my cat, who missed us so much, whenever we come back, he is like extra cuddly. And then this company, Jubetic, reached out to me to see if I would be willing to share their products, and they were actually use them quite a bit. So I took a picture of that, and this was a chill Tuesday. I got myself a Frappuccino, and Nora had a play date. And then this was just Wednesday. Nothing really happened. I just got this picture of Jeeves laying across my husband's lap at night. And then on Thursday, Nora and my friend Julie went, and myself went to Great Escape. And it was Nora's first time, you can see us there, riding the Flashback, which is a roller coaster that goes forwards and backwards. And she almost passed out, to be honest. I'm so glad I have a photo to document that story, because that's definitely going to be the feature. And so I'm going to have to create a way to have these both on this side of the page. And then Friday, I just took Nora to the mall. We did some shopping. She got her boba and I got my Starbucks. And Saturday, she was kind of a busy day. My husband took her to a birthday party that was a pool party. Look how red her hair looks. And I did not go. I stayed home. And then in the afternoon, like, he came right back, and we turned around and went to a barbecue dinner at our friend's house. And Sunday, this is just a photo of my rose, my single rose that bloomed in my rose bush. And church, there's Nora dancing on stage, and then afterwards she and my husband, I think here they are making gluten-free, it's either gluten-free pancakes, it might even be arepas, I can't remember, but I'm sure that I journaled about it, which is why I have my daily planner, so I can remember the little things. So I'm just going to get started. I'm going to speed up the camera. I always do a voiceover. The main products I'll be using for this week, again, are going to be Sunchaser. It's just the perfect collection for summer documenting. So let's go. Obviously, I'm starting by stamping the dates, and since my planner is super thick, I need to stamp on sticker paper. I could have stamped on vellum, but I was too lazy to get it out, or clear sticker paper, but I just stamped on this label paper I have, and it worked just fine. I used spun sugar for the color, that really light baby pink that I love so much. And I'm obsessed with this number set from the Stamp Society. I think it was in October. I just love the variety of the fonts. And then I am cutting down my photos so that I can start working day to day, which is my favorite way to plan. I also decoratively plan, and everything's always, for the most part, in chronological order. So here I'm just picking through the ephemera kit that came with the Sunchaser collection to figure out how I'm going to sort of tell the story for Monday. And I wanted to cover up that one photo of the cat because it was a little bit too dark for the overall spread that I, and the look that I was going for. So I just used this tag and made it into an openable and journaled on the back. And I love using the photo corners as arrows and fillers for those little tiny spaces that maybe you don't quite have, you know, a big sticker or a lot of room to write or embellish. So here is just going to be a whole segment of me going through some of my dies. These are new to me, and just cutting out a whole bunch of things. Not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but I just wanted to cut out some things that I thought could maybe work in this spread and on the papers that I thought I was going to use for the most part. Now I did add that little number 1 die, but it was so tiny and I just couldn't figure out how to incorporate it in a way that made sense and caught your eye. So you'll see that I don't end up using the number 1, but I will end up using my absolute favorite mini puffy stickers, alpha stickers from Heidi's shop. And initially when I die cut out this Tim Holtz Focus on the Good sentiment, I was planning on using the individual letters, but you will see that that's not what happens in when I'm actually doing the creating. And then I found this scrap piece of paper from my stash and decided to cut out some more. Why not? You got the die machine out, you got the dies out, make a mess, have some fun. I was watching YouTube videos while I was doing this, so it was just like no big deal. You know, I just kept putting that little star down, roll it through, repeat. Put the star down, roll it through, repeat. Except the star kept moving around because it's, you know, it's metal and magnetic, and it was, I could have used some tape, but I was too lazy to get it out. So I just kind of, you know, I try to use as much as I can on the scrap paper as well. So I took all those little embellishments and put them in a little tray so that I wouldn't lose them. And then I decided to, again, cut out using the nested pocket dies from scrapbook.com, which is one of my favorite dies, thanks to Jamie Pate. I made this little tiny pocket to hold the photo and tell the story of my first PSL of the season. Oh, you can see my camera swiveled a little bit, so the picture is kind of crooked. Hopefully this doesn't go out of frame. I should have checked. And there I'm just gluing on some of those little stars. I think they're just such a cute little embellishment. And there I go with my puffy alphas to put first PSL rather than using that number 1 that I die cut out. And I do like the texture of those alphas so much, and they're just really great fun to work with. I journaled on the back of this tag that I die cut, popped it in the back, and I just like the layers as well. And rather than trying to create something or invent something to hold all these photos, I just made them the actual interactable element themselves and ended up peeling off September. It's fine. I guess we don't really need it. We know that after August comes September, and it's okay. Lots of journaling happening there, and thankfully there was plenty of room to do that. And then I decided to also embellish the back a little bit. I just love layering stickers and embellishments, and wanted to, kind of forgot about the photo of Jeeves, and so I was like, oh, I'll just pop it right down there on the bottom. Another little trick thing I did was put that word fatty on a piece of white sticker paper so that it would kind of, you know, it would be more opaque and visible on the page because it says trying new things, and that's why I put it right over the top of the photo of Nora on her first flashback ride. So I finally moved over to the right side of the page where I'm using the die cut envelope, and love using this ledger paper as my home for journaling. I did want to have like a tab or something to be able to pull up, so I ended up using one of the notepads that came in a previous Stop the Blur kit. Again, with those puffy alphas, putting boba there on the tag. I love that little tag die. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And so you'll see, initially I tried to use the Zig two-way marker, that blue pen right there. It didn't do a great job of adhering the envelope edges down, so I ended up going for my Tombow Mono glue, and that worked much better. Again, with the gold, rose gold photo corner acting as an arrow, and I wanted to mimic that flip open tag feature that was on the left side, so I did that with the pre-cut tag that I made. And just decided I was going to have Nora's photo be the feature with like a little spot for journaling to slide out from underneath it. But honestly, I was like, I'm
exhausted. So we're just going to tape it down, and then instead we're going to have some stamp therapy on the top of this, on the front of this ledger paper. And I love the way it turned out. All the sunshine and decoration. And you can see that when I open my peacock feathers, I used peacock feathers, salvaged patina, spun sugar, saltwater taffy, worn lipstick, and mustard seed for this little stamp therapy sesh. And you'll see that I get blue ink all over my hands. That peacock feathers pad, for whatever reason, I do store them horizontally, but it is just juicy, juicy. So I got ink everywhere. But it's okay. It was a great stamp therapy session. Brought me lots of joy. And so here I'm using the actual, like the negative of the focus on the good to act as a flip out for the two stories, the two photos of the story of Nora and Matt making pavlova, which was a dessert that they saw when they watched Bluey. Nora's really into Bluey. And she tried it. It was a gluten-free dessert, but she did not like it. We did. We had it. We thought it was delicious. We put strawberries and whipped cream on it. It was so yummy. It's kind of like a meringue that gets a little bit hard and crunchy, and it's just delicious. So anyway, there I am using some of the rose gold die cuts to act as ways to hold down some of the flaps and flips and flops. Lastly, embellishing with the little stars and adding twine to my tags. And that's it.
Hey everyone, so I finished my spread. I super like it. It was, gosh, I think it took me about 2.5 hours or so, like all said and done, which is a win for me, maybe 3, especially considering I had so many photos, and I did get a little bit of a stamp therapy sesh going on. And I don't know, stamping does not come naturally for me, so I think I just need to do it more. It's just that with December Daily, I am like consumed with that at the moment, but I did want to practice a little. You can see that I die cut a bunch of things. This is super cute. I'll just show you one last flip through because I've already explained everything, but there are the photos from Monday with the journaling. And I intentionally put this little vellum pocket up high enough to keep this tag tucked in. And there's journaling to go with this story from Tuesday, my first pumpkin spice latte of the season, using my favorite alphas there. And of course, lots of photos for Wednesday and Thursday. And I like that rather than trying to cover them up or put them in something or make an insert, I literally just used the photos as like the main feature. I know it doesn't really go with the rest of the spread, but it's okay with me. That's why I tried to kind of cover up these down here because I didn't want it to be photo heavy all along the bottom. So I ended up using this, the negative. Is this the negative or the positive? I don't know. But the piece of paper that I die cut the letters out of, I liked and used as a flap, and I love that. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun. It was a quick, for me, weeks process video. I hope, you know, maybe it gave you some ideas. Maybe you, this photo's so funny. Oh, I need to journal on the back of that. I forgot to journal. That's okay. But I really love how you know, the colors and the patterns all go together. And because there were so many photos and stories to tell, I think sometimes if you just stick to 1 or 2 colors, it can help you kind of stay grounded as you complete your week. So let me know if you have any questions about this, as always. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss my content. Comments are always welcome and encouraged because it does help my channel just a tiny bit. I'm also very active over on Instagram, so be sure to follow me over there. And I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. Take care, friends. Remember that you are enough, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.